Namaste to esteemed panel of judges and my wonderful audience. I am Aditya Vilankar from Swami Vivekananda Night College, Dombivli, and today I embark on a discourse concerning topic woven in the fabric of our nation. India, not only world's largest democracy, but republic also, owes its governance and welfare of its people to a sacred document, the Indian Constitution. It stands sentinel, the guardian of a democracy and the rights we hold dear. Our constitutional journey of spanning 75 years resembles an adventure. We have witnessed so many legal metamorphoses and alterations. In just 75 years, our honorable constitution have been amended for 106 time. But the changes with the time are a must, and everything is supposed to adopt the changes. And that's what also beautifully said in our culture with the help of one Sanskrit aphorism. Parivartanameva sthirmasti, which means the change is only constant in this world, so everything is supposed to be changed with the time. So what it applies on the constitution also. As the constitution weaves in the threads of time, every amendment is a brushstroke on the canvas of a democracy, creating a living art that echoes an evolving heartbeat of our nation. Now, before we delve into our topic, which is looking at a constitution after 75 years of independence, so before we delving into the post 75 years glow up, let's take a glance to the prelude. It's like a watching Constitution's origin story before the blockbuster sequel. So tie your seatbelts because we are going to the journey of 20th century where Privy Council was only highest appellate in India, and then to abolish this colonial autocratarianship our bright minds came up with a legal solution. In the 1928, Motilal Nehru and other Congress members prepared a kind of draft for the constitution. Then in the 1931 they put a resolution in Karachi session that how Indian constitution should look like. After a round of discussions and debates, finally in the 1946 our Honorable Constituent Assembly will form, and it came up with a masterpiece, that is our Honorable Constitution. But our Constitution is not mere a document. It is a result of a sweat and hard work of our leaders, blood of our freedom fighters, and moreover, it is blessed with the preparation of many sagacious minds like Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, known as the architect of Indian Constitution, who have devoted his whole day and night for the formulation of Indian Constitution. Then our Constituent Assembly's advisor, Dr. B.N. Rao, would travel UK, US, Ireland and many more countries just for the personal consultation with the judges and many legal experts. Finally, in the 26th January 1950, on the 26th January 1950, our Honorable Constitution had been prepared. The day was auspicious because it was also known as the Purna Swaraj Divas. On that day, our Constitution been implemented successfully all over the India, and the India became a republic nation. Now fast forward to the present. When we look at the constitution, we witness the dynamic tapestry woven in the threads of a time. Our constitution have adopted so many changes, whether they are social, legal, political or even economical. Now let's delve into the political evolution of Indian constitution. So in this 75 years, Indian constitution have seen so many political transformation. For an example, from the era of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel's assimilating the princely state to the current federal structure where many states enjoy more autonomy, still they are maintaining the national unity. Then the recent Supreme Court judgment on Jammu and Kashmir issue, which also resonated the power of our constitution to strengthen the national unity and also reflect the constitutional ability to address the historical injustices. Now this 75 years journey, our constitution have witnessed so many legal metamorphoses, and the prominent illustration of this is the Right to Information Act 2005, which brings a kind of clearance, which brings a kind of accountability and transparency in the governance. Then in the legal arena, Tata versus Turtle case stand as a milestone where the fundamental rights took precedence over intellectual property rights, which proves that the constitution stands for civil liberty. Constitution plays a role of a guardianship for the civil liberties. It is proven It shines vividly through these examples. However, moving forward to our speech, the constitution have also brought so many social changes in a society. For an example, our reservation policy with a positive inclusiveness. It have provided aid not just to SC/STs or OBCs but also to economically weaker section of a society. Then our constitution throughout the 75 years have also ensured the equitable representation of every stakeholder from a society. For an example, it also ensures the gender equality. The recent amendment, 106 amendment, which brings the women reservation bill, which has been successfully passed in the parliament to ensure the gender equality in India. Then, moving forward, our honorable constitution, along with all the social, legal, and political aspect, also help to build our economy stronger. How? Take an example of LPG reforms, which brought up by government in the 1990. Liberalization, privatization, and globalization, where our constitution given permission for the economists to open the nation's economy. Then the recent taxation taxation amendments been done in 2017. Introduction of a GST have also been done with the permission of our honorable constitution. The constitution have always facilitated the economic growth of the country. Now, in the conclusion, I will just say that our constitution is a testament of democracy and liberty. And as a citizen of this India, as a kind of intelligent citizen of this India, it's our duty to preserve this treasure. Thank you, Jai Hind, and Happy Republic Day to all of you.